Hey y'all, it's Michelle from the Scattered Scrapper. Welcome to my channel. Today is day 3 of Scrap-O-Ween and it is Trick or Treat Tuesday. Today we're going to try a new mixed media technique. I have a lot of little goodies here. I have the mixed media that I'm going to be using, and of course it is as many mica stains as I could get in it because I love them. And the picture I'm going to be scrapbooking today is this picture of my daughter and the little makeup technique that she did last year with these really cute little ghosty eyeliner. Isn't that adorable? Oh my goodness, this is so cute. So I've got all these supplies picked out, so let's get started. For my background, I'm using a piece of Vicki Boutin's foundations paper. And what I'm going to do is use my mica sprays kind of like modeling paste. I spray it up at the top and then use my palette knife to kind of drag it across the paper. And the reason why I'm using the foundations paper is because it has like a smooth top and the stains don't just automatically soak into the paper. I'm able to move it around a little bit here, especially if I've sprayed enough of the mica stain on the paper. And where I got this technique from was from a video that Vicki Boutin did on her YouTube channel where she was using the scrapbook.com pops of color stuff. It's kind of like the Nuvo drops. It reminds me of the Nuvo drops. And you could use Nuvo drops for this very same technique. But since I don't have any Nuvo drops or pops of color in colors for this season, I'm using my mica stains. And it turns out just fine. I am so excited with this. I love this background and this technique. It is super, super easy. I mean, really, you just spray it on and then smear it down the page. So, I mean, there's not really a whole lot to it, which, you know, that's good for me because I like easy and fast. So, I'm got that last one down there, and that's going to be it. I'm going to set this off to the side to dry a little bit. And it's still not quite dry, but I'm kind of looking to see where I want to put my photo. And I turned the paper on its side and decided which side I liked the best, that I didn't really want to cover up as much. So I'm going to put my photo in the bottom left corner. Kind of cover up what I feel is not really a mistake or a mess up, but just not as pretty as the other side. So now I'm just going to use some of these papers that I have picked out to just do some layers. And I've, of course, had to use the paper with the little ghosties. So I've got this black and orange stripe. And the papers that I am using is from Hey Pumpkin by Crate Paper. This is my most favorite Halloween collection of all times. So far, I mean, they haven't come out with anything else that I think is cuter. I do love the Cartabella Halloween Market. I did love that one, but it doesn't have the same feel. Those are, to me, they're two completely different types of collections because the feel of them are different. This one is definitely more on the cute side, and I really like it a lot. And I'm trying to figure out here exactly where I want my paper, like how big I want to cut it, and then how I want to cut it so that you can still see the little ghosties, because they are the point. They are what made me fall in love with this collection. So I have to show them off. I mean, just look at them. They even have little rosy cheeks. I mean, how cute is that? And of course they go perfectly with my daughter's eye makeup. Alright, so I've got that down, and now I have these little 2x2 pictures that are close-ups of her eyeliner, and I'm trying to figure out where best to put them. And I did think about having them come down on that left side, and I think that would have worked fine if I had moved the picture and the photo mat over towards the middle a little more. But since I have it so far over to the left, I didn't really like them there. It was really looking way too heavy. So I just switched them over to the right side there. And then I'm going to tuck this little card behind them that says, "If you were a ghost, you'd still be my boo." So I've got that all figured out. And then I have pulled out tons and tons of little ghosts to use. And I really want to use this one. I thought about putting it over the top. And that would work. It looks okay. But at the time, I didn't like it. I didn't like how it was covering up the words. I thought, oh, you can't really see them. But, I mean, you can. It looks cute. It would have worked. But I didn't like it. And then I also have this pumpkin shaker that has some little ghosts in it, which I really wanted to use. But it doesn't stay either. But it's a different mood and feel from what else I'm using. So I go ahead and put it aside as well. But before all that, I'm going to go ahead and glue down the things that I know I want. Now, here's where I actually get a light bulb moment. And you'll see right here, it's perfect. It just fits into one of those little layers, like it is truly little ghosts coming out, and to me that's perfect. It looks better there. So that's where he's gonna live. Then put him there. And also it helps, since he's vellum, that I can put the tape on it and tuck it in, and you don't see the tape. So instead of putting that pumpkin shaker there, I decide I'm going to put my title. And the title for this one is, appropriately, Boo. I'm going to fiddle with those. And because I'm not really good at putting my letters on straight and everything, one of my favorite things to do is to put my titles on all wonky intentionally. That way it doesn't look like it was an accident. Makes sense, right? And now I have this idea that I want to use my sequins to kind of dress up this side of the layout. And so I'm putting in these really, they're iridescent sequins. So I'm kind of picking them out, and then there's some darker ones that I'm putting out. And this looks cute. It would work, but like some other things with the layout, after fussing with this, I just decided I didn't like it. So eventually, these are all gonna go. But that little ghost there, he gets to stay. He goes and hangs out with the title. And I was even thinking about using some of these rhinestones, but I was like, I don't want to fool with that. That's too tedious, so off it comes. So I put that aside, because I have something else that I'm going to do there, and I knew I was going to do it, so I was like, this is going to be too much. So I'm just going to put those all aside. And instead of putting the rhinestones all up and down the side, I go ahead and use them like enamel dots and just kind of group them together in different places in groups of 3. And I used a green one, or a greenish tone, and a gray tone, and a pale orange tone. So I've got that, and I also wanted to use some of these adhesive brads, but I don't think there's a ghost on any of those, but there was this little eek, so I put that on there. I thought that was cute. And then I have these Halloween little word stamps from Ellie's Studio that I'm going to use, and I pick out the word fabulous, and I'm going to, of course, ghost stamp it because she is looking fabulous with her little ghost eyeliner. And then now I'm going to get ready to do the thing I knew I was going to do from the beginning, and that is get out the splatter box and use the mica stains for my most favorite thing ever and use them as splatters. So all I'm going to do is use the same colors that I used and just bring them on down. So I've put that one with its corresponding smear. I put the splatter with the smear. And I'm just going to do that all the way down. And I should have the colors in front of me, but while I'm doing this voiceover, they're put away, so I can't tell you what colors they are. But all of these mica stains are from the Tim Holtz Halloween collections, and I'm just matching the colors all the way down. So that it didn't need those sequins or those rhinestones over there. And that is gonna do it. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I hope you give this technique a try. It's so easy and makes for some really dramatic results. I love it. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.